Welcome to Different is Normal. I'm Suzanne Barnnett, your host, and tonight we are having a very, very exciting show with Dan Candelairo, otherwise known as the Candyman. I'm not going to even talk about Dan because we don't want to waste any time, but I will ask him all these hot things and wait till you hear. Dan, welcome. I've never interviewed you before.
Suzanne, what's going on?
How lucky could I be?
It's a good night.
It is. And when I saw you come in with that outfit, I said, honey, I'm not interviewing you. I mean, I'm going home and put something else on, Dan. But anyway, you are a performer. You're also a big hot producer here at KMVT. Tell us, will you start telling about yourself?
Well, I can go ahead and start out by, myself being a part of KMVT, and public access television is a great part of the community. So I've been doing a show myself. I've been a producer for about 10 years, and I've actually been on the air at KMVT for about 10 years now. It's been a while, even at the old studios that we used to have on Rankstorp is where we started, and that was a part of that. And since that time, I continued to do my shows, but then I also kind of branched off to doing event coordinating, party planning, and then my DJ work, and then also doing live performances for the hospitals and for the senior centers, and then private parties also.
How did you get started? Like when you were a little boy, were you a ham performer?
Well, I wouldn't say I was a ham performer,
Come
but
on.
I'd say when I was probably about 12 or 13, 6th grade, starting with, the chorus and the all-school shows and, doing auditions. And, that's when I knew that, that was part of my calling to entertain.
But I think that the fact that, you're also self-taught. So this has been all of Dan, the man, the Candyman. Yeah. Has it been difficult, your road to this great success you're having?
The thing is, I think, by going the route that I did, kind of the school of hard knocks in a way. I was able, of course, to complete high school and a little bit of college. But then after that, it's like, wow, what can I do? So I had a few, different careers. I worked at Stanford for the dietary department, feeding the children for like 6 years. And then another 6 years I worked selling wine at Beltramos, which is a local big wine shop in Menlo Park. And I do feel good that, I'm able to kind of branch out, and everything that I do have, I have worked for it. So your question is, I do feel good about what I've done.
Now, when you sing, how did you teach yourself how to perform?
Well, I tell you, I grew up with, the classic rock and rollers, and of course one of my basic influences was Mick Jagger and Rod Stewart, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Elvis Presley, of course, was and still will be the king of rock and roll, so Elvis will always be a big part of me. And that's what we're going to do tonight, in fact. We're going to do kind of an Elvis tribute from the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Well, you know something? I think I'm going to talk to you later, but I would really like to hear you perform right now.
Excellent. Hey, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and get undone here.
So this is a treat for me too, Dan, as well as the audience, because I have never heard you perform.
Excellent.
Okay, good luck.
Just got your letter, baby. Too bad you can't come home. I swear I'm going crazy. We're sitting here all alone. Since you're gone, I got a mess of the blues. I ain't slept a wink since Sunday. I can't eat a thing all day. Every day's Blue Monday. Well, since you've been away, since you're gone, I got a mess of the blues. If you cry when you're alone, sure ain't no disgrace. I got to get myself together before I lose my mind. Gonna take the next train going and leave my blues behind. Since you're gone, I got a mess of the blues. Whoops, there goes a teardrop rolling down my face. If you cry when you're alone, sure ain't no disgrace. I got to get myself together before I lose my mind. Gonna take the next train going and leave my blues behind. Since you're gone, I got a mess of the blues. Since you're gone, I got a mess of the blues. Since you're gone, I got a mess of the blues. Come on home, Suzanne.
That's so good.
All right, let's take it back to 1957.
Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? Say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? Well, I dated your big sister and I took her to the show. I went for some candy, along came some dandy, and they snuck right out the door. Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? Say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? Every time I see your sister, well, she's got somebody new. I said she's mean and she's evil like that little old weevil. Guess I'll try my luck with you. Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? Say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? Well, I used to pull your pigtails and pinch your turned up nose, but you've been a-growing, and baby, it was showing from your head down to your toes. Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you? Little sister, don't you kiss me once or twice? Say it's very nice and then you run. Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? Little sister, don't you do what your big sister done? All right, little sister. All right, let's go back to 1955. One night with you is what I've been praying for. The things that we two could plan would make my dreams come true. Just call my name and I'll be right here by your side. I want your sweet helping hand. My love's too strong to hide. Now I know the life without you has been too lonely, too long. One night with you is what I've been praying for. The things that we two could plan would make my dreams come true. Always live a very quiet life. I never did no wrong. Now I know the life without you has been too lonely, too long. One night with you is what I've been praying for. The things that we two could plan would make my dreams come true.
All right, now, that's some classic rock. Let's do a little country.
Well, hello there. My, it's been a long, long time. How am I doing? Well, I guess I'm doing fine. It's been so long now, and it seems like it was only yesterday. Oh, ain't it funny how time slips away? How's your new love? Well, I bet he's doing fine. I heard you told him, yeah, baby, that you love him to the end of time. Well, you know that's the same thing that you told me. And it seems like just yesterday. Oh, ain't it funny how time slips away? All right, give me some guitar now. Come on now. Guess I'll see you hanging round. I don't know when though. I never know when I'll be back in town. But I remember what I told you, that in time
Thank you, Willie Nelson. All right, we're gonna go way back now. This is 1959.
Treat me like a fool, treat me mean and cruel, but love me. Break my faithful heart, tear all apart, but love me. Won't you love me? Well, if you ever go, darling, I'll be oh so lonely. I'll be sad and blue, crying over you, dear only. I will beg and steal, just to feel your heart. I want your heart beating close to mine, so close to mine. Well, if you ever go, darling, I'll be oh so lonely. I'll be sad and blue, crying over you, dear only. I will beg and steal, he would beg and steal, just to feel, yes, just to feel your heart. I want your heart beating next to mine, so close to mine. Well, if you ever go, darling, I'll be oh so lonely, begging on my knees. All I ask is please, please love me. Oh yeah.
All right, now this one goes out to all you.
When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm the king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. All right, everybody sing with me now. I guess I'll never know the reason Ladies and gentlemen, Elvis has left the building. That's it.
Dan, I don't believe it. Honest, that was fabulous. My God, where have you been? You should be on Broadway. I'm really, really impressed, Dan. Thank you so much. How do you remember all those words, Dan?
I tell you, I'm trying to get this clip on here, and I think I got it now.
Okay. No, you are really, really good. And I'm just wondering
There it is.
why the whole world hasn't heard you. Really, I'm so impressed. You didn't miss a note.
Excellent.
No,
Thank
no
you very
kidding.
much.
I really mean it from my heart.
Cool.
How come you haven't been on my show
Well,
many
the thing
times?
is, I've seen you many times, and we've always left emails, touch bases. I've left you DVDs. I've seen it, and then I'll see you next month, and next month, and then
next year.
Yeah. So we finally did it.
Oh, I can't wait to have you on my show, Dan. Dan. Okay, when you sing, what happened? I always ask this. It's a terribly hard question, but not just emotionally, but what happens to you physically when you're singing and you know the audience is with you? How do you feel about it? I mean, what happens to your body?
I think really what it is like a chemical reaction that I really get. I mean, it's like an adrenaline rush when I know that things are going good and people are enjoying it, I'm enjoying it, and it's a total natural high. Like say, some people like to drink, I like to sing.
Yeah.
I'll drink after I sing.
No, but you really are talented, and the fact that you're self-taught, I think, is just wonderful.
Oh, excellent.
Do you remember some terribly exciting experience for you during your career? In one of your gigs?
Yeah, one that was really sticks out in my mind is I was down in San Francisco, and I was doing, I do some intern work for KFOG, which is 104.5, and they sent us down there, and I got to not interview, but at least film and meet Willie Nelson. So whenever I do that song, by Willie Nelson, I always think of him, and when I shook his hand, it was electric. It was so warm. This was even before he played, and I talked to him, so that was one of my highlights, is meeting Willie.
Had he heard you sing?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
What does a person like you do? I mean, obviously you have a lot of talent, and I'm raving about you because I really feel that. But how are you going to get yourself ahead?
The thing is during these times of kind of, economic downfalls, the parties haven't been there like they were in the early 2000s. Things are coming back, so there is still a lot of people that, like to have parties and like to have entertainment and a full bar and the whole thing, so let's just look forward to 2011, I think, is everybody's new year, so let's look forward to that.
But how do you market yourself?
Basically, through a couple, not really internet sites, but yet I still have a couple things on Craigslist that a DJ offering. But when you look at the offerings on Craigslist for DJs, I mean, there's thousands of them. And although mine is really good and pretty standout-ish, you just don't get the hits, that you should be able to get.
Well, I have a philosophy, and that is that most artists do not know how to market themselves. And unless you have a lot of backing in back of you to really get yourself out there. And that's what you need to do, Dan.
Exactly.
Really?
Networking.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I did enjoy when I was working, at Beltramos, because I mean, in Atherton, there's a lot of old money and a lot of big houses and big parties. So I was able to meet people, and they knew that I was a DJ, and they knew that I catered, bartended. So that was a good gig.
So you're a man of all seasons,
Exactly.
as I say, a Renaissance man.
And the holidays are coming up, Suzanne.
Yeah,
so we got, October, and then we got, Halloween, and November we got Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's.
Well, all I can say is we have practically run out of time, and I am so pleased and excited for you, and I wish you the best. I really do. I'm just
back at you.
Thank you, but no, I'm so impressed. I really am.
Oh, thanks again.
Okay.
It's a pleasure coming and being on the show. You know,
Of
like say
course.
one thing about public access and the whole KMVT thing is like, you know, being able to reach out to the people.
And then, of course, we have Ted Milkey, who's the producer of the show. We want to thank him, and of course...
Oh, we got a great crew tonight.
And the crew is hot.
Definitely.
Everything is voluntary. And also, this is very...
If I get paid, I would.
Would you? Well,
As soon as I get paid, they're going to get paid
no,
too.
but when you become famous, but we're not supposed to be paid. And of course, I want to thank our audience for watching, and keep your eye on Dan the Man, the Sugar Man, the Candy Man. Well, that's close.
Sugar Man, Candy Man, it's all good.
Yeah, and thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.